I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, just to your friends. I walk alone. I see both sides of other titles. You need to grow. I be rushing mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory. You'll always want more. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The Vikings had 6 and 9 to start play, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. So the interception there. And Charles, I imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already touched the playoffs, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll run for it. Cook, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and the Lions will take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. I'm having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Cool. Loss of 4 on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 49 yards there. A big one.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. The carry here for the big tight end. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I'd just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
We normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into dangerous.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking down the field, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. We'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. They'll drop to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Left side, Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Swift, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again here, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out right. He'll get this off to Swift. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Cardinals decide to break out on 3rd down. Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And oh, the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They're still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They go play action here on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? We're looking at 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? A few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's called by the defense. They have 3rd down. Just trying to get the next 2 people to the package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here, as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection led to the block.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lions 22.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aleem McNeil
Drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
This is caught by Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Swift is in for a Lions touchdown.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. He'll be taken down, but now before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Cook up the gut. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the middle with Cook. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Third down, Dalvin Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Flipping left sideline, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially at a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime, both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.